and welcome back to part 6 of Devil May Cry 2. This time, the mission says when the Hunter and the Protector meet. The Hunter being Dante, the Protector is referring to Lucia, so we're going to bump into Lucia again this mission, which is neat, I guess. But it's a secret mission, well, secret room, even. As soon as you start, just go back on yourself, and it's these two again, your favourite doggos, jumping around like morons again. But of course, since it's a secret room, every single time there's going to be a second round, so there's going to be one where it's more of these guys, so yeah, enjoy it while you can. I guess this sort of counts to what I said last part, because last part I said it would be nice if they're going to do this for the secret rooms to throw maybe boss fights in there, and this sort of counts, they're mini bosses. I mean, I'm taking it, take the compliment game. Even if it is just these annoying jump around all the time enemies. They're not even hard, they're just annoying because it's all they do. The good thing is, the shotgun in this game does seem to actually do quite a lot of damage up close. Whilst in every other Devil May Cry, it does good damage, but nothing brilliant from close to mid. And then at long range it's pathetic, and that's about it. Here, at mid range it's good, but if you do it at point blank, god damn does it seem to hurt them. Right, using the rocket launcher is really not going to help by the looks of it because it's too slow. Ow. Ow. Oh, for a second I thought I was going to completely miss, but no, thankfully some idiot walked in the way of it. One's dead, alright. This will get more manageable the further we go. I wonder if there's actually like a moveset difference between Jerry and Freaky, or whether they're the same. It's just that they get that they're different names to signify that that they're both owned by someone. See, oh, the shotgun's so good up close. I know it's an even number till we get our fragment as well. I can see the tiny ass fragment from here. There it is. Who knows? The game might give us another full blue orb this part for all we know, since it seems to like doing that. Alright, this section's weird. I remember this section. You gotta smash all the diamond shaped things there that it's highlighting here. And for some reason they bring back the Sargassos from DMC1 for no real reason other than, oh, here they are. And the alternate version that are stronger and just have a different design yet are the same enemy, they're also in this game. You just can't fight them on this difficulty. I believe it's either hard or DMD, but then they appear. But on normal it's just these guys. And I believe this is the only time they show up anyway. But the way this section works is that if you go too far out on the side you'll be caught in the electricity. You have to sort of stay nearest to the middle, but at the same time you have to go far out enough to be able to jump and hit the crystals. Because, and every time you get hit, you get knocked into it. And don't be surprised if your health bar just starts fucking dropping. Because there's a lot of bullshit in this section. Alright, one more. Got ya. And when you get them all, the thing will stop in the middle and open up the bottom, allowing you to proceed. That wasn't too bad. Oh, I wanted to see if that was going to drop some more red orbs since it just miraculously died. Beyond that door, I believe, is our next boss, but if you go through the wall on the side here, there is a secret mission, secret room. 17! God damn, we're getting near the end, guys. We're getting there. We're nearly halfway through this game. By that, because I've still got to do Lucia's story, but we're nearly done with Dante's story. We're getting there. Oh, more goatlings. Oh, that one's a big one. Let's see how many I can catch. I think I got 2 of them in that. Alright, that was entirely accidental, but I'll take it. Damn it, I miss. Bingo, yeah, and that's it. Oh, there are riddles back here, neat. To be fair, we got more than enough health to finish the game with. I still want to see if I can get a full 2 bars. Oh, cutscene.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes. Now we can stop Arius's ambition.
Whatever.
But actually, I do not deserve this power. Bring this to Mathieu for me, please. I've got something that I need to take care of.
And just like that, we're in a new boss fight. Plutonian. At least that name's finally a name that's easier to pronounce. To be fair, I don't really remember this boss too much, so I can imagine he's not that bad. And this is going to be boring if we just sit back here and do it from ranged, even though we could, so I'm going to see if I can try and get in safely. And not just get hammered, so I nearly got there. Oh yeah, and he's got arena lasers, neat. I know that when he's like on a fraction of health, he makes every like square tile in this all lasers, so you have to like line up like the perfect position. But hopefully I won't give him a chance to get that. Oh, there it is. Ah, oh, he's dead. That didn't last long. And it just opens up, and that's it. That was a very basic mission. 2 secret rooms, a little contraption, and then the boss. That's a lot simpler compared to the last mission.
It seems you have obtained the final arcana.
It's from your daughter. What are you doing, Granny?
There is one more thing I need to ask of you, son of Sparta. My daughter went to face Arius all by herself. Please, take these and save Lucia.
If it's heads. Your lucky streak continues, Granny.
And if you're wondering what on earth the Arcanas are, I don't blame you. The game didn't really make a point of it, and then just dropped it the moment you started, really. It was so, like, Arcana, and then nothing for ages. Ugh. But yeah, they're the things that we've actually been collecting, apparently, the past 2 parts. Ugh. But that's what I mean. But now we've got all the Arcanas. We can go take on Arius. Yay!
Kill me!
That man is going to bring me the Arcana shortly. You will live to see that.
That's just a piece of crap.
Oh, Arcana.
Here's another 3 for you.
No!
Crap like that doesn't interest me. But Your swan song will.
Alright, time to fight Arius. Let's end it right here. Nothing can possibly stop it and make this game continue for another few missions yet. Nothing whatsoever. Yeah, this isn't the only time we're going to fight Arius. We've got to fight him again later on. And both the fights with him are kind of pathetic. He just kind of sits around, waves at you, will flick his hand every so often and shit happens. Oh, and every so often he'll spawn new enemies, so be wary of that. But he just kind of sits around quite often, which is what kind of makes the slight droll. That's it. Alright.
I must obtain the power of Argosax, or I cannot transcend all living things.
Too easy.
You cannot win. Someone is holding you back.
Forget about me. Kill Arius.
Don't worry. I've got you.
Well, that was a waste of time. That's time to get back up there, Dante. I was just jumping out for no real good reason. And saving the person that you... no reason to really need to save. She even wanted to die for goodness sake. With "they'll kill me" shit that she was doing. Whatever.
Why did you save me? I was created by him.
Every hero has a weakness.
But the ritual was activated because of me.
There's still time.
We have until the sun is completely eclipsed. But how are you going to enter the building? The entrance is...
Where there's a will, right?
And now we start this mission. This mission could take an eternity if you're not prepared, especially because it's so fucking dark. I don't know how well it will go through on YouTube, but for me it's pretty dark. Anyway, there's a secret room right here, right off the start, so you might as well get it whilst you're here. Essentially, the idea of this level is that it's the whole of the town area and the area that we was, well, a chunk of the area that we was in right at the very start of the game. And it's all linked together in a giant circle. So the idea is that because it's all linked as a giant circle, there's 4 switches around that you have to find and activate so you can get into hell. Because apparently this place is now closely linked to hell and you can just do that. Screw trying to get a Philosopher's Stone and an elixir and all that stuff to get into hell in the first game. No, just flick 4 switches, that's what'll do it. But the thing that makes this mission eternally long is that other than the fact it's really dark, as you probably noticed, the switches are really well hidden. And they'll be like in well, I say really well hidden, but really bullshitly hidden. Like they'll just be floating in the sky above some roof or something. Look how dark this is, for fuck's sake. And the frame rate's dying as well. Down here is where you need to go last, because that's where the actual door to hell is. But everything's all crooked and bleak and dark and moody. You can hardly see shit. It's just, ugh. I'm going to go this way first. I knew there was a bunch of red orbs back here, but... ugh. For this mission I remember very distinctly, but for the worst reasons, because I was stuck here for a very long time getting very frustrated on my original run. Let's see if we can get up here. There we go. There's a switch. Just kind of weirdly there, but whatever. Fucking... I'm gonna have to kill them, aren't I? I can't just... God damn it. Come on. Maybe it'll come up to me. They don't seem to be able to do anything. from where I am here. They don't seem to be trying anything at all. That's that's kind of pathetic. They're not doing anything. Oh, there's another one. They're just kind of accepting this. You would have thought, like, most enemies, like in DMC 1, they would chase you everywhere. They would make sure to get up close and personal if you started trying to shoot them from a distance. In 3, well, it wasn't fun to do it in 3 because the gameplay was so good. In 4, I can't really remember, because I usually get so close to their faces anyway when I'm fighting them, I don't really try. And the positioning of the switch is going to get annoying to do as well, because it's one of those timing switches as well, so it's going to start ticking down every time you miss it. Am I going to just, yeah, I'll just do this. And go slightly over it, neat. There we go. To lower your position, just don't press anything and Dante will start lowering. 3 more powers in order to reach the demon world, because that's just how it works. Right, I'm glancing at the guide a lot more often with fucking hell. What is it with this game and the stuttering? I'm glancing at this game a lot more for this mission, or glancing at the guide even, just to make sure I know where I'm going, just because this place is very easy to lose your bearings, especially because it's so dark. For God's sake. And this is where most people learn that if you shoot an enemy that's standing on the ground, they will start to go airborne, because you do start to get a bit more drained of it and will just start shooting the enemies over attacking them. As we get more of the throwing pizza cutter enemies to take us from off screen. I'm so glad DMC 3 onwards fixed that. Because it's something that I just thought should be a mainstay in hack and slashes, and the fact that it only really seems to be in DMC is just a shame, really. And that's just that it doesn't completely stop the AI, it just numbs them out, so the only things that are going to happen are stuff that you can hear anyway, not stuff that's just going to hit you. And I like that idea, because then it's still fair. Yeah, sometimes it leads to people trying to like abuse that and take them off screen so then they can get away with easier enemies, but it's still something that's cool. But this game just doesn't have it at all. And DMC 1, I never noticed if it had it or not, because the areas usually aren't big enough for you to really test it. Alright, it's just, that's the problem with Dante's auto lock, is that it swaps what it's locking whenever it feels like. I was about to slam down on the Obisco, but then it locked onto this guy at a random, and it ended up completely missing the attack I was going for. Right, there we go, nearly dead. They're nearly all of them, we just got the Abyss here. And as we miss. There we go. See how this is just an area from the first mission in the game that we're just now going through. Just now it's all crooked and broken. This is where we got our first gold orb. You know, I know there's really no point in killing these enemies right now, but I want to anyway. It stops this being entirely boring if I'm beating the crap out of something as we go. Who knows, I might actually be able to get an S rank here to see if I can get it. There we go. And it's gone immediately. Whoa, okay, so that's an enemy that died with the when I had the S rank then. That was a lot of red orbs I just picked up. Oh, that's okay. They're the electric ones. I was trying to work out which one was the electric and the ice one. The Bronzos are the electric. Which means I have to keep moving, so it's going to slam down on me. And I can't see... Oh, he's moved into view again. At least he was good enough to do that. Since I can't see him if they're off screen, so they could just zap me at random. Oh, and there's the second switch. I can see it. Okay, the switch that's probably most people's first ones because they didn't notice the one that's just kind of there on the roof for some fucking reason. God damn it, I just want to... Fine. We have to kill them all because Dante's auto lock won't lock onto something actually worth hitting. Is that it? Can we move on? We hit the bloody switch now without Dante locking onto literally everything else. And there's something of interest back here, alright. At least this one's grounded, so I don't have to jump up like a moron to try and hit it. There we go. For the movement demon, intensifying even more. 2 more powers, reach demon world. Right. There's that third one, hey. I can still hardly see anything. Oh, I can see this though. Yeah, I'll go for this. Alright, never mind. I thought, oh, maybe that'll work. Maybe because of how many times it will hit, it'll work and I'll get loads of red orbs. Nope, that was just a complete waste of time. They thought about that, the bastards. Of all the things for them to actually care about and think, oh god, for them to think about, that had to be one of them, didn't it? Ow. There's a gold orb up there. I saw that. Ah. I'll go for the gold orb afterwards. Let me just do this. Oh wow! Wow, that went a lot better than I thought it would. Just knocked the fuckers out of the air. Because the Demochorus things they kind of just give up on flying the moment any bullets come at them, like instantly. Not that I mind, it makes them easier to kill, but it's still a bit weird that they just kind of give up the moment you go. Like, you don't have to shoot them a couple times, anything like that. And this guy's going to regenerate if I can't. If the lock-on would help. Fucking hell. I was holding towards the end that guy the whole time. He was locking onto literally everything else. Fucking hell. This auto lock is atrocious. So yeah, now you lock onto this guy. Now he's fully regenerated. Oh, I got 2 of them. Here's switch 3. Only 1 more. Because most people will find these 2 switches. It's about to extreme. You need 1 more powers. That said. 1 powers. Fucking hell. Alright, right, gold orb. Can't forget about that. Even though it doesn't matter because the game only lets you hold one regardless of whether you pick up and find more along the way. Anyway, let's head this way. But those are the 2 that most people will find. The first one we got and the one we're going to are usually the ones that take people a little to work out where they are. Like the 3rd one maybe it won't take you too long, but the 4th one definitely. You won't think to just look on some random rooftop like that. You'll bump into it by accident. Ow, come on. You fuck, stop it. For God's sake. Oh, I can see the statue from here. That's about it. If you go back through here, this one you might find after a little while, but it's just that you can see it from here. It's just there. As the frame rate dies again. And there's also a fragment up here, which is worth pointing out. There's so many of you guys. But that's a way to make a weak enemy work. Throw in loads of them. Because then it's still sort of a threat, because you're going to get pot shot every so often. Except for when they all start dropping green orbs. Look at that. You can see them from here. They're dropping so many. Not much of a threat if we get our health back the moment we kill them. Ow. Is that all of them? I'm kind of getting a balance of it. That's as I say that. Well, I had it for a second. There we go. The impulse has been released and you'll be able to reach the demon world. And the demon world is just conveniently through this door over here. Which is why we went for this one last. Yeah, there it is. Whack that thing, and you'll start opening up the hole to the demon world. But twice we're gonna hit it, and something will try and stop us. The first time this mission, the second time is a whole mission next mission. No, nothing of interest there. That blob of random webs, like just there. That's something we'll deal with next mission. You have to knock enemies into it to break it. You can't just break it yourself. But hitting this will cause a massive shockwave that will shoot fiery energy and will randomly spawn yet another boss that feels like something you'd expect to see in like a re-release, but it's somehow in this vanilla version anyway. Phantom from the first game. And it's just kind of randomly thrown there. It just feels kind of like, alright, sort of like this, sort of like in the same way it was in the with the bug flying thing, where it's just a random ass vortex that pulls you in with janky ass camera work, but whatever. And for some reason this fight's got a really weird blur effect. There, that's it. That's what I was trying to show off. There's a sweet spot that if you jump and just spam the crap out of triangle, Dante will infinitely do that, and you can just kill it with no effort whatsoever because it's just out of the range of everything Phantom can do. I keep on trying to get it, but ow. The way Phantom acts and works is mostly the same to how you remember it, but now it's on DMC2's shitty engine, so you'll find yourself hitting Phantom in a lot of bullshit ways you shouldn't, that just didn't work in the first game. But this is truly the last time we fight Phantom, by the way. I know we fought him quite a handful of times in the last game, but after this one it's the very last time he shows up in the series. He's not in 3 and he's not in 4. And it's the only time you really fight him in this game. Fucking... I don't know if the stinger to the face when he's charging a fireball still works from the first game, because the stinger in this game is pathetic, as you know, so I don't know if it will actually make a difference. But regardless, Phantom's already dead. Thanks for playing, Phantom. It's nice to see you again, but make that the last time, eh? But that's the end of the mission, and I'm going to make that the end of the part. So next time on Devil May Cry 2, we're going to go into hell to chase Arius and stop him from getting Argo Sax's power. But whatever. Until then, you guys take care now.